everybody. It's Sara Oehler from SoftFlexCompany.com
and Abby with the bead place. Sorry, I was on mute for a second.
and we are kicking off the Great Bead Trade for fall 2022. The Great Bead Trade is so much fun. All 8 presenters, in fact 9 companies, including Silver Silk for Nile, have sent in materials to me. I packaged them into small kits and then sent those kits back out to the 8 presenters that you get to watch today, open the same kit and make from the materials in the kit. So a lot of what we'll be doing today is talking about what is popular and on trend for fall. We'll be looking at some really fantastic fall colors that the group picked as a hot color palette for fall. And we will be just having a great time interacting with you and then with each other. We're in pairs. I happily got paired with Abbi, who I love to be able to hang out with. So we're excited. And of course, we're both on the sick train together because we have kids. So it's helpful to have a partner in crime that understands my situation.
Yeah, we'll squeak through the presentation and sniffle. Try not to gross anybody out.
Yeah, we'll do our best. We're keeping our germs to ourselves, at least through our virtual meeting here. So we're super excited. The presenters that are going to be hanging out today include all of these companies, but we also will have our friends at TierraCast with us, and we will have some Silver Silk in our bag that Nile generously sent, even though he couldn't be here to design today. So I don't have the schedule posted into StreamYard, but you can find the schedule on the Great Bead Trade, or Great Bead Extravaganza page, which is where you'll find all the videos as well. And then you can find it in our group too. And it's kind of posted all over the place. If you look around, find that schedule and print it out. All of the presenters who have a retail store were so kind as to group together to use the same coupon code TGBT. And you get 15% off at any of the stores listed here. And you'll see there are different expiration dates for each one. So pay attention to that. And then Kay from Stars Beads will have her Friday Night Live like she normally does in her Facebook group. And you can use that code on your order tonight in her Friday Night Live sale. Only for tonight, though. So make sure you put that into the comments when you go to Friday Night Live tonight with Kay. So I think that's everything I needed to mention. Hi, Abbi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
And you're in the store today, right?
Yes, I am. And the store's open today. So you might hear a little bit of chattering in the background, which is fun.
Yeah. So be prepared. Abbi is in a real live bead store that she owns. Where is it located again, Abbi?
So we are in the St. Louis area in a city called Fairview Heights. We're about 15 minutes from downtown St. Louis, but we're on the Illinois side of the river. So we're just right off the interstate. If you're traveling through, make sure to stop off and see us.
Yeah. Do you ever get customers that come in and say they've seen you at the Great Bead Extravaganza?
Yeah, actually, a lot of people found out about us from the Great Bead Extravaganza, which is awesome. We've even had locals that found out about us through the Great Bead Extravaganza, which to me is wild because it's like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people just know everything that's around them wherever they live, but that's apparently not the case. So it's been really cool to see the reach that the Great Bead Extravaganza has.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really, really interesting to me. I was talking to another bead store owner earlier this week, and she was saying that she has customers come in from some of the videos we've done together. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think about how, as like a real live bead store, it probably does draw some traffic to you. because you guys, there are fewer and fewer real live bead stores. So I imagine people are traveling farther and farther to find you.
Yeah.
Because it's such a special experience to go into a bead store and see the beads and meet the bead store owners, and it's very cool. And then you also carry yarn.
Yeah, we do. If my arm was long enough, I could tilt the camera a little bit that way, and you guys could see our yarn section in our store. So we've got a full service yarn store inside of our big bead store. So a little bit of everything.
I have even bought yarn from Abbi to make a cowl. And I split it. It was supposed to be a really thick cowl, and I split it in two, and I made 2 small cowls for the girls.
Oh, how cool.
Last winter. So they were really excited, and it was a fun project.
Did you knit it? Was it that you were knitting or crocheting?
I was knitting. Yeah. I like to knit in the winter, especially when they're doing dance and like soccer and things where I'm just sitting.
Yeah.
It's fun to have like something that's easy to keep my hands busy.
Right.
So I'll have to come up with a new project. What did you say?
Oh, I said something that you can't really spill. Like,
yes.
With you, but then it's really bad if you spill beads when you're out and about, but not so bad with yarn.
Yeah. Could you imagine spilling a pile of beads in the grass?
I've done that.
Oh. So you can't imagine it vividly. Yeah. Oh gosh. Someone saying touching and feeling the beads in a bead shop and being able to see the real colors is such a treat. I totally agree. Oh, Maria says she doesn't know of any bead stores in New York. Oh, I find that hard to believe that there aren't any left. I used to go to so many when I was there, but it was years ago. But I imagine the rent there is probably pretty hard to manage for a bead store. It's hard to manage almost anywhere.
One thing that I think is really cool, although we have lost more than a few bead stores over the last few years, we're really seeing a lot of stores opening up in both the bead and the yarn side of things, which is fabulous for creatives like us. I think that we're on the upswing. So that's exciting.
Yeah, it totally is. Well, thanks everybody for being here today. If you missed my spiel at the beginning, today is the Great Bead Trade. There will be 4 videos today. Each video will have a pair of presenters, and those presenters have come together to make this really fun little mix of materials. And so Abbi and I are going to go first. We're going to open up and look at each item closely. All of these items are supposed to be available for purchase from the different presenters who sent it. So we will do our best to put some of the items into an album in the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook group, as well as all of the designs that are made today over the course of the next few days. There are some really fantastic deals. We're also doing a big giveaway. So when you purchase from any of the presenters on the list, you get entered to win one of these mixes. And we have 6 of them to give away. So it's a really good chance to win. And every time you purchase from a new presenter, it's another entry to win. So if you purchase from me, and then you go purchase from Abbi, and then you go purchase from Allegory Gallery, Green Girl Studios, that would be 4 entries to win. So it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great day. Look out for the schedule in the Facebook group or on the Facebook page, and look for all the videos on the Facebook page for sure. All right, so I'm going to get going. And Kristen, I'm assuming that, or Thomas, I'm assuming you guys have shared this into the group and pinned it into the featured section. If not, would you please do that for me? All right, so here is our mix of items. I want to start with what you put in first, Abbi. What did you put in here?
This. I don't see one in yours.
What?
I don't see one in mine either.
No. What? Oh, no.
I sent them in, I promise, early even.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, sometimes the mail gets a little funny. But if you don't mind, I can switch to my hand.
Yeah, let's switch it over and show us what was supposed to be in there. I'm sorry that happened.
That's okay. We're all just trying.
I know, right?
Okay, so my lighting is not as great as Sarah's, but I'll just kind of dump out my little mixture. We try to make things really easy for everybody. If you like the stuff that we put in the mix, we just put it in a kit essentially. So rather than individual items, we combined everything together. So we have a big fun peace sign out of turquoise howlite. We have a little human bead. We have some really fun bright colored fair trade paper beads. We have handmade lamp work. We've got a jumbo wooden bead, a cute little skull in a bright neon color, lava rocks, seed beads, Austrian crystal, copper beads in a tube. And then these are like my favorite part of the entire collection of things that we put together that match this color collection. These are beautiful, vintage, authentic, enameled cloisonne.
Whoa.
Put 2 of those in there, and they have a beautiful handmade floral motif on them. And we do have these available in a little package like this that you can order from our website.
How much is that little mix? I love that big peace sign, Abby.
Let me look. Okay. I should have known. It's $29.95 for the kit retail. But then of course you're getting that 15% off if you use code TGBT.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that looks so much fun. Will you take a nice picture of it or share a nice picture of it, and we'll put it in the album and post it all over? Since we somehow missed it into the kit.
I wonder if it got I don't know if I marked it clearly. I wonder if it got put with the I
think that's what happened.
Yeah,
because we're doing Customer Appreciation Week at the same time. I bet it got put in the pile with Customer Appreciation Week.
I should learn to mark things clearly. Sorry about
that. Don't even think it's your fault. It's my fault for not looking at it more closely.
Well, I get a bonus.
Can you repeat the name of that last bead?
Sure, it's cloisonne. I'm not even going to try to spell it out loud. I can spell it written down, but I would just embarrass myself if I tried to spell it out loud. But it's in the kit info. I'm going to drop the link in the chat right now.
Awesome. And just so all of you know, these will be available on replay. They will live on the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook page forevermore. So if you cannot be with us live today, we understand. And you can rewatch it or watch it later anytime.
Yeah.
Okay, let's flip back over here and see what else we've got. All right, so I think this one came from Cynthia at Green Girl Studios. It wasn't marked, but it looks like her materials, right?
Yeah.
Would you guess that's who it is?
Uh-huh.
So she sent us this magical unicorn, which is pretty fantastic. And she sent a really nice hook and eye clasp. I think that's what this is.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to assume, don't you think?
My first thought was that it was a hook clasp to go with seed beads and then a little charm, because I know that we've bought this for our store as a charm, but it totally could be a clasp. I don't know that it pairs with the other one. Oh, maybe. I don't know. But
I don't know.
We'll see. We can use it however we want, Sarah.
Yeah, I think that's how I'll use it. These are great. You know, this month in the Great Bead Extravaganza, our trend was fantasy. And nobody brings fantasy better than Green Girl Studios. So that's fun to have that little piece there. To get us all on the same page this time, we chose a color palette. She also included these great little, Ishi beads.
Awesome.
So we chose a color palette, and we looked at the Pantone colors for fall and winter. We bundled together, I think, 4 options of color palettes from there. And this was the one that everybody chose as their favorite. And we were happy at SoftFlex because we could see a SoftFlex color in all of the colors that were chosen, which wasn't true for all of the palettes. So, and this wasn't even the palette that I chose. I think I chose a different one. But I love this one. I'm excited about it. So these are some of the colors that are supposed to be really popular for fall and winter of 2022. We posted a picture of their corresponding Pantone colors into the group and onto the page so you can look at them more closely. But we decided to go ahead and make a quad out of them. So you can order all 4 of these colors, 10 feet in each color, on our website as of this week. And you can also use that code TGBT to get 15% off anything at the SoftFlexCompany store. And that includes this brand new quad. So we also added in a few other things into the mix. We put in one of these really great ceramic leaves because, you know, fall is coming. We put in some of our wonderful 2x2 SoftFlex crimp tubes in copper color, as well as a copper colored craft wire in 22 gauge. We did some really fun lampwork eye beads. So these are glass beads. And then random check glass.
Those eye beads are gorgeous.
I know. And they kind of match the colors.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh, I'm going to throw these in there.
Yeah,
Nile, like I said, was so sweet to send some silver silk in that beautiful fuchsia color, which is fun. Look at how pretty that is.
That's so cool. This is the first time I've seen the is it pipe chain? The first time I've seen the pipe chain.
Yeah, this is the pipe chain. So you can string SoftFlex or craft wire, anything you want right through the center of it.
So pretty. Such a good color.
It is. I love that bright pink color. So this one's from Christy Friesen. She made us a polymer clay faceted bead.
Wow.
Oh, it can fit on the pipe chain probably. Look how big that hole is. That's kind of interesting.
That's gorgeous.
You can also get 15% off on Christy's website using the TGBT coupon code. Next, we have a little mishmash here from our friend Kay at Stars Beads. There's so many incredible textures in this kit.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. We've got some threads, some really furry threads, which are fun for fall. And then she added in a couple of really interesting findings. Let me pull those out so I can look at them better.
Wow.
We've got like a little copper piece. Oh, look at that.
Like Hill Tribe style copper.
Uh-huh. Cute.
Beautiful.
Those are fun. Okay, and then she also put in some of this lovely cord, which feels just as soft as it looks.
Wow. Kind of feels like suede almost.
It does, yeah. Like felt.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful. So you can catch Kay tonight. I don't know the time. Hopefully, maybe Thomas knows. But she'll be on Friday Night Live in her Facebook group, which is the Stars Beads. Is it a stash group, I think?
I'm pretty sure it's called Special Stash Group.
Yeah, that sounds right. So you can find her there tonight, and you can use that coupon code there as well to get 15% off of your order. Okay. So here we got something from Miss Jamie Yoshida at the Bead Gallery. Look at her nice card. It's not only functional, but it's like useful. She's got a whole thing on here.
She's so clever.
I know, she is clever. And then she sent us a really pretty mix. Let me see, I might have to get my bead tray out for this one. Some really pretty seed beads in that color mix that we've been using. Where are my bead trays?
I almost put the exact same turquoise seed beads in. They might actually be the same. That's so funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Size 8 turquoise opaque.
oh. And then look at this beautiful mix.
Wow.
Let me bring that up close so we can look at it. It looks like a really nice mix of check glass beads. So it's got some little flowers. It's got some larger faceted pieces.
Aw, so cute. I think everybody did a really great job this time, like just matching the colors of the palette exactly. Like this is so great.
Yeah, we've never done it by color palette before. So this is kind of a fun new way to do it, I think.
Yeah.
Like choose colors that, you know, we're all interested in working with and go for it. Well, that's fun. And you can use that coupon code TGBT for the beadgallery.com. And you can also find Jamie in all these fantastic places on Instagram, YouTube, and then, of course, on Facebook. Okay, what do we got? I'm going to put these things on here, too. And this.
You know, I'm like organizing as we go, but really all I'm doing is making a huge pile in the middle that I'm going to have to move out of the way if I'm going to try to make something. So.
I know. I know. I get you. Tracy from TierraCast, who will be paired up with Christy Friesen in the last part of the Great Bead Trade, sent us some findings. Last time we were a little short on some findings. We didn't have the eye pins or head pins that Andrew and Jamie were wanting. So this time there are head pins and there are eye pins from our friends at TierraCast. And they do not have a coupon code. They are wholesale only, but you can pick up TierraCast parts and pieces from many of the presenters today, including both Abbi and SoftFlexCompany.
Yeah.
So you can buy their stuff in many different places, and we all have kind of a different selection of their things.
Yep.
Look at that fun toggle.
But even though TierraCast is wholesale only, I would still recommend following them on social media platforms if you haven't yet, because they have such great content, creative ideas and projects and all kinds of stuff.
So many tutorials.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a ton of tutorials. Okay, and last but not least, Allegory Gallery. Our friends Allegory Gallery are also a full bead store, and they are located in Ligonier, Pennsylvania. If you're not familiar with them, make sure you follow them on Facebook. But they have lots of stuff that you can go see in person, but they also have a robust website. I am so curious about this piece.
At first I thought it was a sea monkey, but I'm pretty sure it's a mermaid. It is so cute.
It reminds me of the of Ursula.
Yeah.
From Little Mermaid.
But like a little bit friendlier looking, you know? Like you can just tell she's friendlier.
Yeah. So fun, so glittery. Look at how fun those are going to be together. So a lot of times with the Great Bead Trade, I end up making something on screen, but then I end up making something, more things throughout the day. So look for that too, that some of us may end up making more than just one item. And they will be posted into an album in the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook group. And then look at these beauties.
We have some fun beads to play with.
I don't even know where to get started. Do you know what you're going to do?
No, I have no idea.
Oh my gosh, what am I going to do?
Everything is like super inspiring, but in different ways. Like I just want to make a million pieces out of
Okay, everybody out there watching on YouTube or on Facebook, wherever you're watching, what would you start with? Like, what did you see in this mix that you would just be like, I have to use that item? Trish is saying the unicorn. Yeah, the unicorn's very enticing. I would agree. I might start with Abby's peace sign if I had one. It's looking pretty good up there up in front. That's so cool.
You know what I've done with these before? Is use the craft wire, this gauge even, I'm pretty sure, and wrap the peace sign with it and do all kinds of little swirlies and stuff on it. I think that would be really fun.
We're getting a lot of votes for mermaid.
I can pronounce them, I just can't spell them.
Right.
I can spell them, I just can't spell them out loud.
Right. Oh, Leah's saying she wants to see those cloisonne beads in something, Abby.
Oh, yeah? Well, I will do that. That way, since I'll be the only one on stream that has the opportunity to use.
Karen's liking the fasted handmade bead from Christy with the silver silk. I agree. Yeah. Lots of love for that really fun mermaid. I'm going to move that so you can see the mermaid clearly. She's so pretty.
I just want to use it all, and everything is so loud and fun that
I know.
It's like, how are we going to get it all together? Yeah.
Well, the good news is we get a little extra time. So, is it already a half hour in?
No way.
Oh my God.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
We only have an hour.
We could just sit and play with these beads all day and not make anything. They're so fun.
That's true. I mean, I'm officially having a sick day. I shouldn't even be working, so I can bead all day if I want to.
Well, I can't, so that's not fair.
Oh, Marlene says she's really liking the SoftFlex mix with all the different bead mixes. I'm not good. I'm okay. I'm hanging in there. I took some, oh, it might be near. Let me turn it off.
I tried to mute myself and it didn't stop, so.
It's me. It's my fan. I get really warm easily, and so I like a fan on, but it is right by the microphone, so we'll turn it off.
I took a sick day yesterday, and when I got here today, I was like, oh, it is hot. Because I'm always the one to turn the thermostat down when I get here.
Yeah.
So I hear you. I'm sweating a little bit. So. Well,
I think it's also, I'm sick too today. So it's like I'm naturally a little warmer than usual. Hey, thank you, Cecilia. I think they're really pretty too. You can buy this as a full quad. Just use the TGBE coupon to get 15% off. And I will say our dark blue that came in the last 6 months is much darker than our normal dark blue. And we let it slide by because it's very beautiful. It's just like a really deep dark blue. But I noticed Kristen photographed it with the old dark blue because I've been out sick this week. So be prepared that it will be this darker color. And that's what you'll see in everyone's kits today as well, is the darker blue color.
It matches this palette beautifully.
Yeah, I know. When everyone chose the colors, I was like, am I crazy? Or is this like a SoftFlex quad waiting to happen? It's like everyone was like, make this quad. I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it.
You know what I might do is paint the unicorn.
Ooh.
I think Gilder's paste on that would be super pretty.
Yeah. Do you have videos on how to use that Gilder's paste?
Yeah. Well, we have lives, and they're not specific projects geared towards Gilder's paste, but it's like other projects that we use Gilder's paste. I'll make sure to post a link to it in the Facebook group later today.
Do you think Cynthia made these?
I don't know.
I'm really curious. I've never seen anything like this on her table, so
I'm pretty sure that they are like ones that we've gotten from like major distributors before that are not Green Girl. I could be wrong,
but she just threw in to have some spaces.
Yep, another thing to add to play with.
Okay, that makes sense. Now you can get 15% off at Cynthia's website too. So if you love that unicorn and you want to check out all the other fantasy items that she has, you can run over and do that. Okay, what am I gonna make? I gotta stop talking and I gotta start making, or I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
I'm just picking stuff up and putting it down. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah.
I really am like into this unicorn. I might have to make something with the mermaid later and focus in on my favorite little unicorn here. I'm also really into this bead that Christy made.
I know, me too.
And the silver silk. I kind of like the idea that it can maybe fit on this tube. Let me see.
I tried it and mine didn't go on.
Oh, it didn't. Mine does. Oh, so they don't have the same size hole.
I guess not. Like if I forced it, it might, but I don't want to risk.
Mine slips on really easily.
Oh, well, I'll just have to use mine in a different way.
So that's just fun. Like really, Nilay should buy a bunch of Christy's beads to slip on his silver silk, because that's just like a fun project waiting to happen.
Definitely.
Okay. And then I don't know if I use the silver silk, how I'm going to do the ending, because we don't really have like a official finding for that.
You know what you could do is make bead caps out of your wire. Have you done that before? That might be fun.
That's true. Like use the craft wire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
do that all the time. Do you remember when Viking knit was like the thing at the bead show?
Yes.
So if we were using colored wire that we didn't have a cap to match, we would make cones out of the wire, like a thicker gauge.
What are you being drawn to? What are you thinking?
I want to do the mermaid.
Oh, good.
I don't know. I love everything, and I love how it all goes together so perfectly. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna start and see where it goes. I'm just gonna start making little pieces and put them together. We'll see.
Yeah, I was looking at this. And I'm still like trying to question whether I want to use it as a clasp together or a separate piece.
I think that this little clasp looks like an anchor.
I know, yeah.
It could go like the mermaid type underwater theme. I don't know. We shall see.
This kind might be kind of fun. And then this actually has a hole that runs through the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I could hang my unicorn from it. Let's see. We also have all this really fun stuff over here, which I'm curious to use. It's a long piece of it too. Holy moly.
So I think this little spiral from Green Girl would be really cute just to add like a bunch of dangles from too. And they could even probably be interchangeable. Like if you put the jump rings on them, you could swap them out with whatever your whimsy is that day.
Yeah. Yeah, the copper jump rings might be a way to kind of mix in the metals. Because we have two different metals going here. I mean, this stuff is so nice. You could almost just wear it like a little scarf.
Yeah, totally. You could finger knit it too, or finger crochet it.
Oh.
Cord. And the green and blue and purple mix is kind of aquatic too. You could make it look like seaweed.
Ooh. We just went camping at the beach last weekend, and one of my daughters was like obsessed with all the seaweed.
Yeah.
So we came home and I was going to wash all of our jackets, and I stuck my hand in one of her pockets. Lo and behold, there was seaweed in there.
Oh, goodness.
I was like, of all the things I've found in a pocket, this is a first.
That's so funny.
You never know.
My daughter hates seaweed, and that's because I make her eat it.
Oh.
I'm one of those moms. So.
Oh, no. It's really good for you, right?
Yeah, it is. We get those little seaweed snacks from Aldi, and I break them up into rice, and it's delicious, I think, but she disagrees with me, so.
Oh, no.
I think I'm going to start out with like a little chain. Let me put my hand behind it, so maybe I'll bring it back so you can see. With the cute little rondelles from Allegory Gallery, I'm putting some of our hot pink seed beads on either side of them and just making little links. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm using the craft wire from SoftFlex, and I'm just going to kind of link them together for now and see where it takes me. I'll think while I'm doing the time-consuming work.
Right. That sounds good. I'm thinking about linking up this unicorn to this little loop for the front of my design.
The loop from Green Girl?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then maybe adding in like this little charm from Kay. Stars beads.
Which one? Which one of the little charms?
I was thinking about doing this copper one.
Cool.
But I also really like this one, so maybe both.
Yeah.
Haven't decided yet. Let me see what it looks like.
Yeah, the little copper hill tribe style charm fits right onto the little loop from Green Girl.
Let's see if the smaller one will fit on here. I guess I probably have to do the bigger one.
Let's see. Janet says sushi with seaweed salad. Try that. I don't know that I would like the texture if it wasn't broken up super small. But I don't know. I guess it depends on how you would prepare it.
And then you're not a meat eater, right?
Right. So I usually will do like tofu or something with it.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite way to cook tofu?
So it depends on what I'm doing, but my like easy quick dinner would be to like freeze it the night before. Anytime I buy a package of tofu, I freeze it first. And what that does is it like, you know how water expands when you freeze it? It does that inside the tofu if it's packed in water. and it kind of like presses a lot of the water out of the tofu once you thaw it out.
Oh.
So I freeze it and thaw it, and then it's in my fridge ready to go for when I need it. And then I press all the water out with paper towels or a clean dish rag or dishcloth if I have one that's clean and haven't had my hands on and not in a laundry basket across the house. Mom life. But I then marinate it quickly in something. Seasoned rice vinegar is something that I use a lot because it's salty and sweet and savory and acidic. Or I will do, oh no, I forgot a seed bead. I gotta see if I can undo this wire wrap real quick.
Uh-oh.
Jeez Louise. Or I'll do like some liquid aminos, which is basically like soy sauce. And then I put it in a wok with a little bit of oil, not much, and just let it brown. And the trick is to not touch it. Otherwise, it could break apart kind of easily.
Oh.
And then it just turns into mush. But that's my favorite way to do it.
You know, I don't know if I've mentioned this to you before, but one of my daughters is vegetarian, but the rest of us are not.
Oh.
And so it can be very tricky for me to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to figure out if I could try some tofu meals every once in a while, you know, that all of us would be okay eating.
Yeah.
Do you like tofu? Say that again.
Do you like tofu? Like, do you like it personally?
I don't mind it when it's cooked right, but I haven't figured out a way to cook it that I feel happy with it yet.
When you cook it, do you feel like it's spongy or gelatinous? Or both?
I think spongy.
Okay.
Maybe a better word.
I would probably make sure that you're buying either firm or super firm. And then just make sure that you are not like, I don't know, not like overcooking it, because then it can almost get too dense. I feel like a lot of people want to like cook it to death, but if you cook it with a high heat, you can get like a crusty outside to it without making it really kind of tough and spongy on the inside.
That makes sense. Did you guys think you were going to tune in and get the best tofu recipes? That's what happens at the Great Bead Trade, because we really just hang out and bead.
In a previous life, I helped people plan when they first decided to
become vegetarian.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, well, I should be getting some recipes from you.
I would do a shopping list of essentials and then do like meal ideas and stuff. But
that's awesome.
That was long ago.
Yeah, when Evelyn was, I want to say it was right when she turned 3, and she really recognized what meat was. She just totally put her foot down that she absolutely would not eat it.
Yeah.
And she still to this day will not eat things that are even shaped like an animal, like no animal cookies, no.
Aw, sweet girl.
No heart shapes, none of that. It just like breaks her heart to think about hurting something.
That's so sweet.
She is my sweetest, most sensitive child for sure. I'm loving these strands that Allegory Gallery threw in because they're adding just the right color for me.
Yeah, I'm working with Allegory Gallery beads right now.
And then I have some pieces I put together from Jamie's collection. So it's making a really nice look. Here, let me get a bead stopper because I'm so fumbly today. I know I'm gonna end up losing it.
I don't remember what stream it was. I think it might have been our first bead trade. And I think I was paired with Christy. And I remember we were in our previous location, and there was a class going, or there were two classes going on in our classrooms, which were, our filming spaces. So we were maybe in the yarn room, and which was like way, way, way away from where our bead supplies are. Ooh, that's gorgeous! You work so fast.
I do. I'm a fast worker. That's
I'm
for
pretty
sure.
sure I forgot my bead stoppers for that stream. So I made sure to have a little pile of them ready this time around.
Oh, good.
Now I'm not even using them.
So you've been paired with Christy, and then who else? Or you sat out the second one?
Yeah, I think maybe we were moving. Or something. Yeah. So this is only my second bead swap, but after watching the last one, I was like, oh, I definitely need to participate again because it's a ton of fun.
It's so fun. It's like my favorite thing. This one ended up being a little stressful leading up to it.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to get all the beads to the right place, and just was having a little tricky of a time, but it's totally worth it because it's just such a fun thing to be able to sit and bead with some of my favorite people all day long. And I love to see what everybody makes because everybody makes different things. Like what I see when I look at all these components is so different than what Christy or Jamie or Cynthia are going to see and want to work with. So that makes it fun.
What's really cool is that it's all like a cohesive theme, though. So you can pull elements from everybody's projects and elements from different kits. Like, I just wanted to put this on screen real quick. The beads, I believe, from the Bead Galleries kit, these cute little, almost like English cut faceted.
I just used those, yeah.
Yeah, they match Christy's bead so perfectly. Like,
they do.
Incredible. Very, very cool.
I do. Okay, I love
Christy's. I'm doing. I gotta figure it out. I'm just gonna have little pieces. I don't know.
I'm kind of thinking about attaching this as the back end, so you get that soft feeling on your neck.
Ooh, nice. I want to play with some yarn too. I've got like overload here. I don't know what's happening.
Do you carry any yarns like this? Like this? You do?
I do, but I believe
have them on your website, or is it just in store only?
In store only. We do like virtual shopping trips though. So if anybody wants to have a virtual shopping experience and shop our yarn store, you can schedule an appointment with us.
Oh.
I don't know if Kay's tassel show is still shoppable, but I'm pretty sure some of these fibers were from her recent show on tassels and tassel making. And I think that might have actually been part of it might have been bead extravaganza last time around. I could be wrong.
Right.
I don't know what specific fibers she featured, but might be it.
That makes sense. Trying to decide. I think I like the pink, but I need more pink mixed in if I want to do that. So I'm going to go back and add a few pink pieces here.
Well, I'm just making a mess. Like, I don't have any direction this time around at all.
Okay. You just do what you feel like doing and then see what happens at the end.
Right.
And then if you need to post pictures later, you can always do that, you know?
Yeah, I like the freedom to post the finished piece after the fact. Right. Takes a little bit of the pressure off.
Yeah, totally.
You know, I did not bring a big eye beading needle over with my tool stash this time, so I'm gonna struggle to get this through the bead with my pliers. Maybe I'll make one out of the wire. Because it's cheating if I get up and go get one, right?
Yep. Jan says watching all of you will be with this bag of goodies will be incredibly fun. You can also win this bag of goodies, and you enter to win by just purchasing from one of the presenters. I'm going to flash while we're working on this. I'm going to flash our information again. Use code TGBT for 15% off at any of these 7 presenters' websites, and that enters you to win one of 6 kits that are just like the one that we opened today. And if you place an order at 6 different vendors, you get 6 different entries to win. So you can get 1 entry per vendor that's listed here. And that is SoftFlexCompany, Bead Place, The Bead Place, beadplace.net, Allegory Gallery, Green Girl Studios, The Bead Gallery in Honolulu, Stars Bead Special Stash Facebook group at her Friday Night Live sale, and of course, ChristyFriesen.com is at the end there.
I love how you're able to just like, you know, go from one thing to another without missing a beat. I'm struggling today with.
I know. Well, I'm not doing really great. It's more my brain is like, what should we do now?
Right.
Like, you know, I may have to turn my fan back on. Everyone might have to just deal with fan noise.
My computer fan is really working hard right now. It's probably too.
StreamYard does that.
Yeah. I was on the phone with Alex before we started, and I was like, tell me how to make it work, please.
Oh.
And he was like, make sure that you close everything else so that it doesn't get overwhelmed and freeze. Like,
oh,
that's important.
He's so good with all the technology. You're very lucky to have him.
I know I am.
Yeah,
yeah, he's
I'm
great.
glad you know.
Yep.
I think I need one of these silver pieces in here.
Did I not make that big enough? I don't think I did. I wonder what I'm going to put on the end of this.
I am still adding in. I wonder if this is is this check glass? It must be.
What?
These blue ones from Allegory Gallery. I noticed one of them is really light.
Yeah, I think they are check glass.
It made me wonder for a second if it was something else. Okay. I'm feeling pretty excited about this. What color ceramic leaf did you get? Because I think they're all different.
Oh, dark blue.
Oh, that's pretty. I got like a turquoisey one.
Cool. A turquoisey one would have gone better with mine.
I would swap with you if I could. All right. So we've got roughly about 35 minutes left, Abby.
Okay. Phew.
You're doing well.
Thank you. I feel like I am not doing well at keeping my hands on screen, though. Sorry, guys. I realize that that's a problem today, and I'll work on it. Now that I've said it out loud, I have to do a better job at showing you guys what I'm doing.
You're doing great.
I am making a little link out of Christy's bead, and I'm mixing in some beads from, I believe, Allegory Gallery and the Bead Gallery.
Nice.
To stop them from, or stop the faceted bead from Christy from falling off the ends. And I'm also incorporating some of the fiber from Kay into the cards that I'm making. And then depending on how it comes together, I'm going to try to drop the mermaid pendant down from it. So we'll see.
Ooh. I like it.
Thanks.
Very
How's yours coming along so far?
Oh, pretty good. I'm just adding in some more pink in the front because I realized it would help me to match that fiber a little better.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think about how I'd like to add a little more copper in because I have the copper up here.
Mm-hmm.
It's feeling a little funny to me. But I think once I crimp it with copper, that probably will help.
Yeah.
We'll see how it comes together, but it's definitely got me pondering what I'm doing exactly.
Aw, thanks. Someone said, if anyone can do it, you can, Abby. Thank you for the support, Facebook user. I can't see who you are, but I appreciate it.
Kristen says she loves the little charm dangles that I did on my design.
They are
Thank
super
you. Thank you, Kristen. Kristen's just happy I didn't have her do the Great Bead Trade today since I don't feel well. Because she's been working so hard this week to keep up with everything since I have been under the weather. Thank goodness for Kristen.
Kristen has made some beautiful promotional graphics for this event. So
She has. I know.
She's so good.
She is. She just had a birthday not too long ago.
Aww.
And she's one of those very special people that you feel like celebrating for lengths of time.
Yeah. Well, happy belated birthday, Kristen.
Okay, I'm thinking, am I getting all 4 colors? I'm getting the garnet, the lapis, the pink tourmaline, and the turquoise. Yeah.
Wait, do we have to do that? Oh, no.
No, you do what you do you.
I gotta start over.
No, you do you.
I'm loving this pop of green that's in this turquoise yarn.
I know. It's really pretty. Are you using that yarn or are you using the pink one?
Both.
Oh, both. Whoa.
Yeah. So I started with the turquoise and blue, and then I'm like adding in little bits of the pink. I'm going to probably trim it down because the pink is getting a little bit overwhelming, but we'll see.
I see.
One tip that I can share with you guys is if you're ever doing like a mixed media project and you're adding a lot of different fibers to it, wait to trim until the very, very end because you don't exactly know how balanced it's going to be until you get everything together. I know it might seem like a pain to have all your fibers there just hanging out in your way, but I know from experience that sometimes you need to leave them a little bit longer than you think to balance things out. So
it's true. Yeah, that's a good tip. It's a really good tip. I'm trying to decide if I want just one strand or if I want to string up some of these seed beads as like a second strand. It's very tempting. Let me finish off this one and then decide. Oh, I didn't even see these.
What?
In Jamie's mix. These little tulips.
Those are so sweet.
They're so sweet.
I lost my wire. There it is.
Can I get them in too?
I love all the little flowers in Jamie's mix. Like the little turquoise ones are darling too, and the red, such a good cherry red also. It's like cough drop red. Can you tell that there's medicine and cough drops on my mind?
Speaking of cough drop, I think I'm gonna have one of those.
Man, oh man.
All right, get my crimp. I'm gonna use a copper crimp that came in the kit. And I think I'm just going to make loops because I'm going to attach that cord by knotting it more than likely. So I'm just going to make a big enough loop that I can attach to whatever I decide to do in the back.
That's smart thinking. And I love that SoftFlex wire is pretty, so you can do that.
Yeah, I know. It's helpful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Get it here. So if you've never used SoftFlex crimp tubes before, they are the best. They are very strong, very flexible.
They don't crack in half when you try to use them.
They do not crack in half. It's true. Thankfully.
Yeah.
I'm just checking to make sure that that cord will go through my loop. I'm just going to leave like a little decent sized loop there. You'll see it was hard for me to get my SoftFlex through the copper crimp twice. It is the thinnest hole of our crimp tubes. They come out thicker than the others for some reason.
Well, and did you know that copper is what's called a sticky metal? So copper, just the molecular structure of it, it is a sticky metal. So it has a pattern of its like crystalline structure that will want to grab on specifically to other metals.
Really?
So, yeah. Yep. It makes for metalsmithing conundrums sometimes where when you're doing something with mixed metals, like when you wrap copper on, like if you were to wrap copper around silver, like coil it, it would slide a little bit more easily than if you're wrapping copper on copper. Versus like silver on silver, gold on gold.
That makes sense. Some of the other crimps that are this same size, 2x2s, you can put multiple strands through, but only 2 strands can go of the 019 can go into the copper tubes. So I've straightened out my wires inside my crimp tube. Let me get a bead stopper on there. What am I thinking?
Oh, I don't know who put that. Maybe Thomas. Copper is also a virus killer and antimicrobial. Well, that's great. We need that today.
We both need that.
I feel like I'm good. I just like I have like the remnants of the slight squeakiness.
Yeah.
After coughing.
Yeah, I'm definitely right in the middle of it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, so compress down your 4 corners with your magical crimper and then compress the opposite direction. And keep going around it.
Ravioli?
It's ravioli time. Yeah. See if that helps.
I feel like it's not a SoftFlex stream with crimping.
I know, I really should do a giveaway every time I say ravioli. But we are doing a big giveaway today, 6 giveaways. So make sure you shop with the different presenters that you watch today, and you'll get entered to win. Oh, I'm loving this mix of beads between SoftFlex, Allegory Gallery, and Jamie. I'm really sad I missed out on your mix, Jamie or Abby. So we'll have to figure out what to do with those.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do something fun with them.
Yeah, we'll have to brainstorm. I've just been working on this little chain this whole time. And these I could have just started with these eye pins that came from TierraCast because they're fabulous quality. But I just love wrapping coils. And the SoftFlex wire, like the craft wire, is so nice that I just want to wrap little spirals. Oh, and here I'm talking about what I'm doing, and I forgot to put a seed bead on again. Man, oh man. Now I got to cut this one off. It's a good thing I love wrapping coils so much since I'm having to.
It happens. It's hard to talk and make at the same time.
So Naomi says, so shop to be entered in the giveaway. Yes, and you can actually enter additional times for each of the participating businesses that you shop at. So for each store that you check out at, you get an additional entry.
Yep. And here are the stores that you can shop at.
Yeah, and don't forget to use that coupon code, guys. If you use TGBT, it's 15% off. And I believe that's everybody.
Yeah, the only one that's a little bit different, well, two, Tierra Cast does not have a retail website.
Right.
And Stars Beads will do it through her Friday Night Live.
But it's still 15% off.
I think so, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that'll be fun tonight. And you can find that in her Facebook group, Stars Beads Special Stash Facebook group.
And guys, a lot of this that we're using, if not everything, is for sale on these websites. So if you fall in love with one of these pieces, you know, check it out, and you can use that 15% off code on that, and also other things that you might have had your eye on. So it's a great time to shop.
Yeah, it's their store wide. It's not just what we're showing today.
Yeah.
So if you've been waiting to get like the customer appreciation kit from us for upcoming customer appreciation week at SoftFlex, Abbi, how are your kits doing?
Good. We have a few left. We might be able to do another run of them, but we don't have very many left because our plan is we are also going to launch a similar mix. Like if somebody just wants like the beads and not the whole kit. So we're gonna see what we have left, but we're almost through the kits. We'll see.
Awesome. Yeah, so you can get 15% off on that. I think we're close to sold out on ours. So if you were wanting to grab one, now might be a really great time to do that and get the 15% off. You can also get the Foxy Lady kit or the Peace and Love kit, anything on the website. All the beads, bindings, all of it, 15% off using the store-wide discount. Hey, I see Marisol is here, and she just had a birthday. Happy belated birthday, Marisol.
Happy birthday. I feel like what I'm making right now looks kind of like birthday cake, too, with the colors that I've chosen.
I'm trying to decide how to attach this. I think I can just tie it. This cord. Do you have any suggestions, Abbi?
No.
She's like, you work on yours and I'll work on mine. Maybe.
No, I think you should just tie it. I think that would be a great idea.
Okay. So I'm going to knot it on each side first. So I doubled it over because it's pretty long, and I thought it would be nice to have the extra. So I'm just going to do like an overhand knot on this side where I attached it to my SoftFlex.
Ooh, pretty.
And then I measured, and then I have an overhand knot on this side, and then I'm going to tie it off over here. I think what I'll do is probably put both threads through, tie it that way too. So do you see a lot of people using these kinds of threads and cords in jewelry? Like, do you see a lot of crossover?
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's awesome.
A lot of kumihimo, a lot of like crocheted jewelry as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of people just like to mix fiber kind of wrapped in with wire also.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of make things fuzzy. We've done a couple of different streams over the past couple of years of how you can incorporate some of these like eyelash style fibers like this into your jewelry, just to give it more dimension and texture. One of my favorite tricks, if you have like a strand of large beads that are interesting on their own and you don't really take want to take away from them, you can get a neutral color eyelash ribbon, or something with just a little bit of color variety, like the pink one, and just tie it onto your SoftFlex, carry it over a bead, tie it between, carry it over the next bead, and it'll just almost give you this beautiful halo surrounding your beads. And it's just a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever used it before in jewelry, so it's kind of fun to think about the possibilities.
Do you remember when people were making those crocheted necklaces out of ladder yarn?
Yeah.
Super hot at craft shows and art shows and stuff. That's still like a really popular thing around here anyway. And that's another way that you can kind of incorporate beads and yarn together, is just like crochet your necklace part and then add a pendant from it, or add some cute little sparkly beads in with it. And it's dimensional. So
I love that idea.
Thanks.
So what's nice about this, like Abby said at the beginning, is these are interchangeable. I can slide these off and I can slide something else on. So why don't we see what the mermaid pendant would look like?
Ooh.
If I have a big jump ring left, I think I do. I think I might add a little copper onto the threads. One of my favorite necklaces that I bought years ago in Phoenix at an art show downtown is a crocheted, I really need 2 chain nose pliers, and I don't have 2 right here.
Oh no.
There we go. It was crocheted red yarn, and then they had stuffed these silver beads inside of it and knotted between the beads.
Oh,
and
cool.
It's so pretty.
That's neat.
Might need to do more for this to fit on here because it's a pretty big piece, but I'm going to try it by itself. See if it'll fit. Yeah. Cute. I could leave these pieces on here too. Who doesn't love interchanging necklaces?
I know I do.
Cool.
I think I'm going to do one of those bead cones out of wire. I was thinking about using the tube from the kit that like the bead place kit.
Yeah.
To finish this off somehow.
Ooh.
But I think I want to make cones for it out of wire so I can do a couple different sections of this. So I haven't done one of these in a while, guys, so I might be a little bit rusty, but let me find a spot where it's going to focus. I just want to show you guys an easy way to make a cone. You can take your round nose pliers and grab a length of wire. I wouldn't do anything thinner than 22 gauge, but what you can do is just start wrapping the wire around your cone, starting from the pointy end and working towards your hand, so working towards it, and try to keep your wraps pretty tight. And basically what you're doing is you're mimicking the shape of your plier nose. And when you get it thick enough that it'll fit over whatever you need it to fit over, you can stop. And so if you want like a shorter cone, you can leave a little bit of space in between your coils and then compress it. If you want a longer cone, you can keep your coils really tight, but just keep your spacing consistent, and then that'll give you a beautiful kind of like graduation in sizes. So I'm going to carefully compress this with my finger, and I'm going to hope that I don't squash it. And so I've made like this cute little cone now that I can use an end cap, or use as an end cap on my pipe chain. So the way that I like to finish these off so that it's not just like cut right there, because that could snag. But what I do is I usually just cut maybe about a quarter of an inch, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on the size of the cone that I'm making. And then I'll grab my round nose pliers and I'll just make the cutest little loop on the end and just kind of like push it on top of the, well, on the side of the cone. And then it's like a little decorative element on the side of my cone. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll put this on a mandrel, like one of those small little mandrel sets, and you can hammer it to make it hard. But since these are mostly just kind of for cosmetic purposes rather than to be truly functional, you don't really need to hammer them. They're hard enough on their own. They'll hold their shape pretty well. So
I love that.
Another one of these and see what I can do with some of this pipe chain.
That's so handy for all the folks out there that have silver silk, but don't have the finishing findings or have run out of them but want to make something. Just have a little craft wire on hand.
Nothing is as good as the silver silk findings, though, honestly.
Like, I know. They're so nice.
They're just so like just such great quality, the perfect fit every single time.
Right.
And they're so easy too.
Yeah. I just sometimes have found myself in positions where I want to use the silver silk, but I'm like, I don't have the finding.
Right. All right.
So I'm just doing a little wrap. If you guys want to see what's going on over here, I'm just wrapping my knot because I felt like I didn't feel like it was really as secure as I wanted it to be. And I wanted to bring in a little more copper up here at the top. So I just took a piece of our craft wire and I'm just gently wrapping around the knots.
That's a beautiful transition.
And I'm not making sure it's perfect or worrying too much about it, just letting the wire sort of make its own shape here.
Like a little tornado.
What was that?
I said like a little tornado.
Yeah. And I'll just do it about the same size as the other side. And then I can tighten down the end and trim this off. And that will do two things. It'll just feel a little better to me, but it'll also secure my knot just a little bit better so that it's wrapped up with something else so that hopefully those ends wouldn't come out.
Smart.
Oh, I still have wire down here. Like, what is this thing hanging off of my necklace? Oh, yeah. Okay. Always tuck in your little tails, though, so that they don't end up grabbing onto a sweater or whatever it is that you end up wearing it with. And then just run your finger over to make sure there's no sharp edge sticking out. Abbi, how long have you been making jewelry?
Since I was a wee one. Like I've been using like SoftFlex and crimping and that kind of stuff since I think I was around 8. But before that, I did, like kids style jewelry making.
Mm-hmm.
And then I learned about like sterling silver and crystals and gemstones.
And then it was over.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm like, what other things can I make to put on the bottom? Because this could be really cute too.
Mm-hmm. I want to use one of these cute little eye beads somewhere, but I haven't quite figured out where yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea to like use that as my transition piece here.
Mm. Mm.
I'm just going to make one piece of jewelry that I can put everything on. Usually I make like 4 pieces of jewelry, but today it's going to be like an interchangeable necklace that I can put a million different things on.
Love it.
So how is yours going over there?
It's okay. I think I'm gonna like it. So here's my pendant so far that I'm making. I used that little chain that I made to hang the mermaid from. And now my plan is to do pipe chain on either side of it, but somehow incorporate the cloisonne in on either side. So we'll see. We'll see how it comes together. We'll see if it comes together that way. It'll come together. Just
It'll
maybe
come together. Yeah. Look, it's looking great.
thanks.
Do you think you'll keep the yarn pieces so long?
I don't know yet. We'll see how it balances out. I think I might trim them maybe a few inches, but I do like them kind of hanging down. I think it's like the mermaid is like emerging through the seaweed. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. If you're loving this, make sure you join us again at 12:45 Pacific, 3:45 Eastern to see what Andrew and Cynthia make with this kit. Then you can join us at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern to see Jamie Yoshida and Kay Goss from Stars Beats together. And then finally, the last one today is going to be at 3:15 p.m. Pacific, 6:15 Eastern to see Tracy and Christy together, which I'm really excited to see. They have such different personalities.
I know.
How that's going to be. It's going to be like a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to do a video with Christy. I would really like to prepare Christy one of these days.
I feel like I got really lucky that like my first bead trade, I was paired with Christy because she makes everything so like, you know, laid just back. Fun and laid back and easy breezy. But you still learn a lot. And just any time that you just get to experience Christy, it feels like she just gives you permission to do whatever you want and reassures you that it's going to be good.
She's hilarious too. Mm-hmm. She's just so funny.
Mm-hmm. I worked with polymer clay yesterday.
Oh, did yesterday.
You? Yeah, my daughter had a project for school where she had to take an all about me bag. So it was basically like show and tell, but she was to bring in 3 things or make 3 things or just put 3 things in a bag that are all about her. So she put a Spider-Man toy because she was named after Peter Parker. And she brought Batman because that's her favorite superhero and she aspires to be like him. And then we made a little polymer clay. Well, I didn't make it. I conditioned the clay and then I handed it to her. She made a cute little cat face to tell her class that she has a kitten that
so how is the kitten?
He's good. He is annoying, but I think all young kittens are. Like he eats my plants and like knocks them over and stuff. And he's that's getting better. Good. And we have an older cat. He's I think 13. And he's like the most laid back, chill cat ever. He's never upset about anything. And our kitten just annoys him mercilessly.
No.
And the only reason why we thought it would be okay to bring a kitten into like a single cat home is because our cat is so chill. And he's been around other cats before and he's been really good. But I just started to feel really bad for him at first because this cat, our kitten, Max, would just not leave him alone. But Jack, the older cat, just like decided the only way to make it stop is just to like furiously lick him.
Really? Oh my
So
God, that's hilarious.
Play attacking Jack, and he just will lick him until it stops. And it worked. And they're buddies now. Like they nap together and have a lot of fun. But it was a little rocky at first.
This might be one of my favorite ones yet. This leaf with the eye bead.
Oh, that's beautiful. And
I
that
like
really
that one.
ties in a lot of the bright colors down to the bottom also. It just livens things up a little bit. It was
I like it
before, and it's like a completely different look now.
It's so funny. Like I could probably make 1,000 of these things that could hang off of here.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could do more yarn, like tie some yarn.
Oh, like a tassel almost.
And have that hang from the bottom. But this thing is so useful, this little hook thing, because you can interchange it. And gravity will keep it pulled down, I would think, so it doesn't fall off.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fun. What a great piece for Cynthia to send.
I love that it has that extra little hook on the bottom too, or not the bottom, like the top, but the end of the inside hook, so that even if things do work their way up, they likely won't fall off.
Yeah, she's talking about this little piece here can kind of hold on to it so it doesn't just easily fall off. I haven't found anything falls off unless I have it laying flat.
Oh, yeah.
But gravity does pull it all down. Oh, that's so cute. I'm pretty excited about this. What if it's always so fun to work with materials from other companies?
Yeah.
And just things that you wouldn't normally pick yourself. I talk about that with our design kits all the time, of like just colors you may not pick yourself, or shapes or textures that are fun, but you just wouldn't think of doing it yourself.
Challenges you to break outside the box, and you might learn to love certain color combinations that you didn't know
even existed.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder if Kay is going to make a tassel when it's her turn.
Probably. She makes very good tassels.
She's such a good tassel maker. Oh my gosh. I would make tassels all the time too if I were her. Trying to decide what length I want this to be. Ooh, we have to end.
Oh my gosh.
How can it be over? I'm so sad.
I'm having so much fun.
I know. Let's take one last look at what you've got going, and then you'll take a picture of it when it's done.
Yeah,
right?
I will, definitely.
And we will post it into the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook group album. I already made the album. I'll be adding some things there as the day goes out, some of the products that are in this fun kit that you can win. But also some pictures of the finished designs and a few other fun things. You can find the schedule and the deals in that album as well. So it's a good thing to check out. That looks so perfect for the fantasy theme.
That was my goal, is to just make it really kind of wild.
It feels very fantastical and like something, that you would see in a movie.
I just
beautiful.
Wanted to, you said Ursula, and now I'm like, yeah, let's go with it.
Let's go, Ursula.
Disney princess,
Awesome. So one last time before we go, here is the coupon code that you can use at these 7 participating websites. And there are different expiration dates for each one, so make sure you check that out. A minimum order for one. Stars Beads is just a little bit different. You need to go to the Facebook group and join her Friday night live sale, and you can use the coupon code there. And yeah, we had a wonderful time being here with you guys today. The very next video is going to start around 12:45 p.m. Pacific, 3:45 Eastern, and it's going to be brother and sister, Andrew Thornton from Allegory Gallery and Cynthia Thornton from Green Girl Studios. So you'll be able to check that out. Abby, I had such a nice time with you today.
It was so much fun. Very fun.
I hope you continue to feel better.
Thank you. And same to you. Well, I hope you feel better. I don't know that you're feeling better yet. So,
yeah, this is probably my worst day yet. I'm hoping I'll start feeling better soon. I'm going to continue beading, and I'll post pictures of what I made and all the different alternatives later today as well. Thank you to everybody for being here. Please go support the presenters that are part of the Great Bead Trade. We're all small businesses, and we do all of our live videos for free, but we, are really supported through our customers. And remember, any order you place with any presenter, you will get one entry to win one of these kits that we opened today, which is pretty spectacular, let me tell you. And I'll make sure Abby's mix goes in those 6 giveaway bags too.
Thank you.
So you will get those. But you can pick up Abby's mix at her website if you want to grab one of those. That peace sign is lovely.
I love them.
And maybe I will try to do a reel or something next week using your mix.
Cool.
So that it gets another design out there using it since it didn't make it into the kits. All right. Well, Abbi, we did it.
We did. Yeah. We got a big chunk done, and I had a lot of fun, and hopefully everybody else did too.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And we will be watching with you, Andrew and Cynthia, in just a little bit. Thanks for being here today. And check out our group, the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook group, and look in that album section to see all of the after party as we post our designs and everything else that goes with this kit. Bye, everybody.
Bye.